Hello everyone and welcome to my first time playing Ethnoguessr. I saw one of my favorite YouTubers, GeoWizard, playing this and I thought it would be fun to give it a shot. I'm a big fan of history. I've always had a fascination with, different people, different cultures, different parts of the world. Let's just get right into it and see how well I do. So here is our first couple. And if you don't know how this game works, we have 10 rounds. In each round, we are given a couple, a guy and a girl. And they're basically the average faces of a person from a certain ethnic group. And we have to kind of place it on the map based on where we think they're from. Right off the bat, I am getting Middle Eastern vibes, especially from the guy. He looks quite Arabic. I'm thinking maybe this area over here, Lebanon, Israel. I feel pretty confident in this area. Let's try to narrow it down a little bit so we can get a good score. You know what? I'm just gonna lock it in Lebanon. Let's see how we do. Okay, we did pretty well. It was Turkey mostly. And what's also cool about this game is that we can see a description of the ethnic group. An Armenid subtype of Anatolia, which is the name for this region here, Turkey, with Dinaroid features. Wow, some really technical stuff here. All right, well, look, we got a perfect score, which is pretty awesome. Let's keep going. Once again, I'm feeling quite confident on a certain area of the world, which is Southeast Asia. Somewhere in this region right here. Where should we go, guys? I'm not too sure. I feel like I'm just kind of guessing at this point. Somewhere in this region. I'm gonna go Thailand. I went on a holiday in Bangkok, like when I was 12, and I guess you can say people look a lot like this, especially the girl. Girl looks very Thai. I'm gonna lock in here in Bangkok. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, bam, we nailed that. Good stuff. Typical for the plains and river valleys of Indochina, especially from North Thailand to Laos. Once again, we got a perfect score. Damn, we're doing well. Let's keep going. Wow. Okay, this is fascinating. I think you can objectively say that the genetics from this is from, how do you say it? It's from a lineage of genes which haven't been intermingled with. You know what I mean? Like you can see this couple right here definitely looks like 10,000, 20,000 years straight up. And that's not offensive or anything. It's just how isolated this particular strand of genetics has been. Okay, but where from though? Where from? That's the issue. I'm getting island vibes for sure. Well, not for sure, but maybe like Guyana, Suriname, like this area. I'm thinking here, but it could also be maybe this island area right here. I'm gonna lock in here. I'm gonna lock in Guyana. This could be awfully wrong. We might break our perfect score streak, but let's go for it. Oh, we're so far away. We got a 0 for that. Yikes. It was an Aboriginal people, was it? Originally the most numerous Australid type. European settlers colonized the fertile lands of the southeast first and pushed back the natives. So, am I right in saying that this is like the Aboriginal people? It seems like it. Which is cool. I was so far away though. Well, that's cool. We'll move on. Okay. Interesting. I immediately recognize like East Asian features, but it's not too prominent. So it's not like Far East, like China or Japan. I'm thinking this region right here. It should, yeah, it should be this region. I'm just gonna go right in the middle in Tajikistan. Oh, I'm so far off. I'm so far off. We've had two stinky rounds. You know what? That's kind of totally on me. That's kind of totally on me. I feel like you can definitely see that this is would you say a Hispanic feature? A Hispanic profile? Yeah, that's on me. Although it is often mixed today, it still plays an important role in modern Mexicans. So it seems like a lot of modern day Mexicans have this genotype or have this. What do you call these? Are these genotypes? Are these are names for a specific ethnic. So it seems like most modern Mexicans have this ethnicity mixed with something else. Let's see if we can get our score back on. Okay. I think we're in Europe. I think we're in Europe for sure. Um, the lady looks kind of like Central Europe. I'm feeling like Germany, Poland. The man looks a little more Eastern European. It's kind of got Mediterranean features, I feel like. Um, the hair color is also interesting. It's like kind of golden brown in both cases. Eastern Europe, I'm gonna try to narrow it down. I'm gonna go Romania, Bulgaria. I'm gonna go. Let's go Bulgaria. Let's see how we do. The Basque region. So I was very far off Europe-wise. I was literally on the totally opposite spectrum of Europe. So this is Basque trade, and I was kind of right in saying that the guy looks kind of Mediterranean. It's an ancient European type. That's interesting. Well, at least we got a score on the board. Dude, this guy looks. I'm gonna learn from the mistake I made on the Mexico round. I definitely feel like this is a similar area. I'm thinking maybe South America this time. Actually, Central America. I think Central America is a good shout. I'm gonna go. Let's go Guatemala. Appalachia. So this is like a Native American ethnic group. Native to the North American Atlantic forests. Wow, okay, so this is, I was kind of wrong area-wise. This is proper North America stretching up all the way to like northern Canada. Wow. I mean, this is the region where I live, and I don't know, maybe I've seen some people like this, but shout out all the ethnic groups. It's cool we get to learn about all these different cultures and people. Awesome. Let's go. Another very European round, 100% European. Both these averages look like models. That's crazy. Northern Europe for sure. Like this area, Poland, Denmark. I'm gonna lock in on Denmark. This just looks like a very generic, like Caucasian look. I'm curious about what like the specific ethnicity is. North Ponted, and it is. I was right in saying it was Poland. It's kind of stretching all over Eastern Europe. It's got a big range. Most common in a large area from Poland to the Russian city of Penza. So, I don't know where Penza is, but I guess this area right here is somewhere here. Alright, well, after two stinky rounds, we've kind of done pretty well. Let's see if we can kind of lock in even more. Get up the average score. The average score is not looking good at the moment. Wow, look at the hair color. That's like almost a ginger. Blue eyes, blonde, red hair. This is, once again, we're in Europe. We're getting a lot of European rounds. And I'm immediately thinking Belgium, Netherlands. Like Kevin De Bruyne, that kind of features. Netherlands, Belgium, yeah. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. I'm getting like Anglo-Saxon vibes, like maybe that's the ethnic group. Let's see. Fenno-Nordid. Okay. I was wrong again. I was wrong again. It's Scandinavian, Baltic, very prominent in this particular area in Russia. It's an ancient type of northeastern Europe, sometimes placed in Nordid, sometimes East Baltic. So maybe these are like bigger ethnic groups, which this one is a subtype of. Once widespread in Europe, once widespread in Russia, today a minority. Interesting. Our European rounds have kind of been all over the place, but because Europe's so small, we're at least getting some scores on the board. Our average score is still not great though, so we've got 2 last rounds. Let's see what happens. Wow. I am gonna go somewhere here. Somewhere here. I don't know exactly where. Could even be like Kazakhstan, Mongolia. Maybe not Mongolia. More this region. Kazakhstan could be a good shout. I'm gonna go here. Uzbekistan. Let's go. Confirm guess. Bang! What a guess. That was great. That was really good. I got really fascinated about this region recently because I took a history course about ancient India, and we were doing some readings where they were doing some like genetic studies about, what genetics do Indian people have, and they were discussing how there was this very ancient group of people from the steppes, like this region right here, who migrated down into India and became the majority population. I'm also interested in this region because I heard of this place called Samarkand, and it seemed like look at that, look how sick this place looks. That's fire. It's supposed to be like an ancient center in the Silk Road, but awesome. I'm glad that I was able to actually pick out like one ethnic group spot on. Last round, let's see. Alrighty. I think it's safe to say we have an African round for this last one. It's hard. I don't think I'm able to distinguish properly between the different regions of Africa. I feel like the Northern Africa will have more of an Arabic Mediterranean look, which this is absolutely lacking. So I'm thinking somewhere Central Asia, Central Africa, West Africa, maybe even South Africa. Another interesting thing is I feel like, just especially looking at these two faces, like it's like a very African American face. Is that fair to say? It looks like the genetic group which this is from is one of the dominant genetics found in like modern day African Americans. I don't think I'm gonna guess in America though, because that might not be correct. Then the question is, which parts of Africa did most of the African Americans originate from? I'm guessing somewhere on the west coast of Africa, because I guess that would make it easy to ship. Yeah, I think that's safe to say. I don't know the history, so I'm just gonna have to make a guess, and I guess we'll learn. I'm gonna go Liberia because, ex-American colony, so could be cool. Oh boy, I stunk it up. I stunk it up. I wasn't even in the right continent. That was an awful call by me. This is a population from Fiji Island, in particular Fiji, specific to this one island. I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that. You see, there's a lot of pockets in New Zealand, in all these islands. Absolutely nothing in Africa, absolutely nothing in America. Well, you know what? Overall, okay, we got an average of 2,334, which that's kind of terrible. We had 3 perfect rounds though. I think it was just those three. I think we had 3 rounds where we got zeros, which really, really messed us up. But hey, I got to learn a lot of cool things today. I got to see some different ethnic groups. This was really fun. Maybe I should do more games like this. I think I'll learn a lot and have a good time.